I am audible and visible to everyone.
You're audible, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. By welcoming our beloved Godfather to this virtual gathering, I extend a very hearty welcome and a warm welcome to one and all to this unique motivational talk on the magic of thoughts and its impact on genes. This program is organized by Brahma Kumaris Basangudi, Bangalore, and I hope you all might be knowing about Brahma Kumaris, even though I just want to give a brief introduction about Brahma Kumaris. Brahma Kumaris is a world socio-spiritual organization having its international headquarters at Mount Abu, Rajasthan. It has global acceptance spanning over 140 nations. The main motto of Brahma Kumaris is to teach Raj Yoga meditation for inner peace and world peace. People from all backgrounds can walk in to learn Raj Yoga meditation to bring positive magical transformation in personal lives as well as professional lives. Hope today's session will ignite interest in learning Raj Yoga meditation. As we all know that thinking is the wonderful power which every human being possesses. Like so many energies in this physical world, sound energy, light energy, electrical energy, magnetic energy, etc., which are primarily invisible forms of energy of the physical world. The energy of thought and feeling is also a form of invisible energy. We usually think what can be the impact of thought pattern on us and others, or what can be the impact of thought pattern on our health. But in today's session, we are going to learn much more about the impact of thoughts on genes. To throw light on this unique topic, unique motivational speaker is with us, Brother Dr. Mohit Gupta ji. On behalf of Ambika Didiji, Vivipuram subzone in charge, and brothers and sisters of this virtual gathering, I extend my hearty and cordial welcome to Baiji.
Thank you so much, Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. And Brother Dr. Mohit Gupta ji, currently working as Professor of Cardiology in GB Pant Hospital and Medical Superintendent of Cardiac Sciences. He is also the cardiologist in Parliament Health Annex. He did his post-graduation and super specialization from Maulana Azad Medical College and associated Lok Nayak Hospital and GB Pant Hospital. Dr. Gupta ji has a distinct achievement of getting more than 18 gold medals and 5 silver medals in his medical career. Dr. Gupta ji has been nominated as a Fellow of American College of Cardiology, European Society of Cardiology and Cardiological Society of India, and Fellow of Royal College of Physicians. He has been recipient of prestigious G.P. Basu Memorial Award for the Young Scientist of the Year by Cardiology Society of India. Dr. Gupta ji is also principal investigator of many research trials being conducted globally. Dr. Gupta ji was recently honored with Excellence in Cardiology 2018 award by Honorable Minister of Health and Family Welfare, Mr. J.P. Nada. For his excellent research in genetics, he was awarded Bishan Swaroop Young Scientist of the Year Award 2018 by Honorable Vice President of India. He was honored with prestigious KL Wing oration by the Association of Physicians of India for his outstanding research in cardiology in 2019. He has been awarded DMA Excellence Award for contribution to medical fraternity for the year 2020. Dr. Gupta has been involved in extensive genetic research on hypertension, acute coronary syndromes. He has more than 150 publications to his credit. He has been instrumental in starting research work investigation adjunctive role of meditation in coronary artery disease. Dr. Gupta ji has been associated with Brahma Kumari's World Spiritual University from his childhood, that is since 36 years, and practices Raj Yoga meditation daily. He has blended scientific evidence of spirituality in his lectures. He has given more than 1,200 lectures and conducted seminars all over the world in USA, UK, Oxford, and Cambridge University, Africa. He is a regular speaker at prominent functions in institutes of repute and various organizations, Yoga Day. He has been regularly appearing on various TV and radio shows, and he is one of the unique sought motivational speakers. Well, as we are eagerly waiting to listen and learn more from Brother Dr. Gupta ji on the topic magic of thoughts and its impact on genes, I just hand over the floor to Brother Dr. Mohit Gupta ji. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, and very good evening to all the angels, all of you who have taken out this time on a Sunday evening to listen to this very intriguing and very interesting talk on the magic of thoughts and the power of our belief system and its impact on our genes. So I'll be taking to a very unique journey. And let me tell you that before we start this journey, I have certain disclosures to make, because this being a technical talk. And I have been a meditator. And this presentation is a compilation of a scientific evidence and not just opinions. So today, what I'm going to talk about is not just what Brahma Kumaris is speaking, but what and how and what is the scientific evidence of what we are doing. It is encouraging you to inculcate a very beautiful thought process, but does not enforce any belief system on you. The discretion is yours to follow. So it's been almost now 36 years I have been with Brahma Kumaris. I've been a cardiologist for almost now more than 20, 21 years, 22 years. And it's been a very revealing journey. Something unique about thoughts. Thought is one thing that is an integral part of our life. And in today's time, we are living in very different and unique times. We started our journey, our life with innocence, with purity, with creativity, with love, with harmony. I request all of you to go on this very unique and powerful journey. Reflect on your own life, that what do you want in your life, your own childhood. This was a time of great satyava, a world of harmony and joy. Even today, we feel a continuous need, a desire to have peace and joy in our life. But look at this. In search of peace and happiness, by our own thought process, by our mechanistic life, what have we created? We have created a world of materialism, a world where we are trying to buy happiness, to buy health, to buy joy, and to buy peace by our own thoughts. Each one of us is running in a different race. All of us go under different emotions, situations, memories, and future problems. Some of us are dealing with uncertain losses in our family. Some of us are dealing with disease and fighting those particular disease. Some of us are really fighting that how actually can we take care of our own life? It is so much important. It is so much important. In this whole process, we must understand that we are also left living in an emotional pandemic. In a pandemic which is really miraculous, which is really turbulent, which is really, really, really difficult sometimes in our life. We must understand, my dear friends, in this world, we are living with fear, panic, worry, and uncertainty. Created by whom? All by our own mind, all by our own thoughts. My question to you is, while we have created a wealth in our life, we have everything materialistic, but ask yourselves, are we really happy today? Are we really satisfied today? Are we really comfortable with what we are having? The answer that comes is often no. So when, my dear friends, we are looking to transform our life, we want the whole world to change. We want the outside situations to change, people to change, the environment to change. We must understand that the change has to start with our own self. I remember a very beautiful story. This is a story of a sage, of a saint, of a meditator. He used to meditate beautifully, but he had a very unique habit. Every now and then, he would look into the mirror 2 times. People were really bugged up by this his particular habit. They went to that person, that sage, and asked him that why during meditation or after meditation you look into the mirror twice. He started smiling at them and told them, "Come on, sit with me." And he said that whenever there is a difficult situation in my life, a problem arises in my life, I look into the mirror. They said, "What do you see?" He said, "I always able to see that what is the source of all the problems in my life." They all started laughing and said, "Oh Mahatma Ji, oh real sage, you would be seeing your own picture." He said, "That is what I want to tell you. That the source of all the problems in my life is my own self. It is nothing outside. They are all created in my own mind. It is only a matter of perspective how I am interpreting those situations. I keep on holding to those challenges. Look at this. If we lose somebody in our family, I'm holding on to that particular situation, giving myself trouble and not letting that particular situation go. I'm living in pain. I'm living in guilt. I'm living in agony. I'm not only living in agony myself, but I'm also radiating this pain to the outward souls also." They asked him, "Okay, we understand. But why do you look at the mirror the second time?" He started again smiling at them. And he said that when I look into the mirror second time, I'm able to see where is the solution to all those problems. They said, "My God, you would again be seeing your own reflection." And the sage said, "That is what I want to tell you. If the problem, the source of all the solution is inside, I am the source of all the problems, then the source of all these solutions is also my own self." And that is what is the bottom line, my dear friends. If we don't change anything today, nothing is going to change in our life. Spirituality is all about changing your own self, your own thoughts, recognizing the power that you are, the energy that you are, the entity that you are, the Shakti that you are. And when you start bringing that change in every thought, in every belief system, in every process, the whole inner ecosystem, and hence the whole outer reflection, the outer ecosystem starts metamorphosizing. It starts evolving. You start creating a whole new world. My dear friends, old ways are not going to open new doors. We all know this very well. And what are those beautiful ways? We have to design our own. The change that we all have to create inside is nothing. It's only about managing. It's only about dealing. It's only about listening to our own thoughts. Natural Science Foundation very beautifully elucidates that each one of you is thinking, is generating a wealth of thoughts, a wealth of emotions. And every day we have the power to generate 50 to 70,000 thoughts. Can you believe it? 70,000 thoughts in a single day is where and what your power is. And out of those 70,000 thoughts, unfortunately, 90 to 95% of our thoughts are negative, are repetitive, and are waste. This shows the quality of our existence on earth. If only 5% of our thoughts are positive and powerful, what will be the quality of our existence on earth. And that is what I want to tell you today, that every thought that you are creating, every thought that you are thinking is a whole wealth of energy. It's like an atomic energy. It's a very powerful energy. It has the power, a single thought has the power to transform your life. Your thoughts are giving you a choice. Every choice that you choose, that you create, is giving you a manifestation in form of a behavior. Every behavior that you manifest is going to generate a feeling. All value neutral. Negative thoughts, negative choices, negative choices, negative behaviors, negative behaviors, negative feelings and emotions, and negative feelings and emotions are going to generate the same negative thoughts. You are going to create and repeat the same kind of life. So, my question to you is, if you want to change your life, if you really want to experience joy and happiness in your life, where do you have to bring a change, my dear friends? The change has to start in your own mind. The change has to start in your own thoughts. The change has to start in your own belief system, in your own manifestation, in your own beauty of your own self. So are you ready to create that beauty in you? My dear friends, your mind is a beautiful servant, but unfortunately, it's a dangerous master. And today, what is happening? That each one of us talks about mind. Each one of us is really trying to understand mind, but nobody tries to make his or her mind as a beautiful friend. If you are not making your mind your best friend, it will start controlling you, and that is what is happening today. Look at your own life. Reflect on your own life. How powerfully your mind today is controlling you as a dangerous master, which it should not be. The master is you, your own self. It is your mind. You are not the mind. You are the power that is controlling your mind. And that is why we said that my mind says that. That means there is an entity that is controlling your mind. So if you befriend your mind, my dear friends, your whole life is going to come out very beautiful. It is going to create miracles in your life. So here we are, right on target. I'm going to take you on the most ever revealing journey of your life, my dear friends. Get set, relax yourself, ease out yourself, detach from all these situations outward. Next 1 hour is going to be flabbergasted for you. You will be going to be amazed, flying high, and at the end of every topic that we are dealing, you will experience the power that you are. You will experience the Shakti that you are. You will experience how beautifully you can create magic in your life. So how many of you all have to participate by answering in a chat box. You can raise your hand. It will be happy. And if sister is there with us, she can interact with me and we can have a very beautiful interactive session. So how many of you believe that what you are thinking is having an effect on your future? How many of you think? Probably all of you. You say, oh my God, definitely. What I'm thinking in my mind is affecting my life. There is no doubt about it. My second question to you is, if you believe that your thoughts are affecting your future, if you believe that your thoughts are affecting your future, then how many of you get up every day in the morning and create your own future? Probably very few of us. Probably we don't get time. We don't get time to reflect, to understand, to actually understand this particular phenomenon. My dear friends, we must understand that mind is what is governing our life. A beautiful law, hammer was talking to a key, and the hammer said to a key that I have more power than you. I'm much more powerful than you. I try to open this lock, but I'm unable to do that. I'm not able to do that. But what is so powerful in you? How beautifully you are able to do everything. You are able to create a destiny in your life. And that is why where the key replied. The key said that, my dear friend, you are trying to open the lock from outside. And what I do, I simply go inside the lock. I give a twist at the right point and the lock opens. And that is where the key lies. That today, in this journey, we are not going to talk about anything outside. I'm going to make you understand that how your thoughts can completely manifest into a reality that you want to see outside. If you say, I want to be healthy, your thoughts are creating that health and you will manifest health. But if you say, I'm ill, I don't feel well, I feel guilty, your thoughts will manifest it and you will start experiencing that particular time. So, we must understand that today, what we are thinking, we become in our life. Every thought that we are generating, we are manifesting that particular thing in our life. We are experiencing that thing in our life, and that will become our own reality. Every single thought, without exception. So the transformation is going to start with the first question. And the first question that will come to your mind is that, Dr. Gupta, you're talking about thoughts. Thoughts can create miracles only when they are manifesting outside. So are our thoughts contained only in our brain? If the thoughts are contained only in our brain, then how will they manifest outside? A very logical question. Let us understand this. This machine is called magnetoencephalogram. Now look at this, what it does. Without touching our head, without touching and doing any chemical thing or injecting anything, just by analysis, it is mapping our brain. And it is able to completely map our brain and create a brainwave pattern to see what kind of thoughts and emotions we are generating. And that clearly shows, that clearly highlights that whatever we are thinking, it is very powerfully manifesting outside. It is not contained just within our brain, but it is also being reflected and manifested outside. Then the second question comes that if it is going outside, where all our thoughts are acting. The thoughts are acting on our own self. They are acting on our body, they are acting on our mind, and they are acting on our genes. Second, they are also acting on our relations, our family, our friends. They are influencing them very powerfully. And third, they are also powerfully affecting the environment, the food, the water, the nature surrounding us, and the atmosphere that is building around us. Everything is affected by our thoughts. So your question would be, third, that if this is so, do we have any scientific evidence? Do we have any logical evidence for understanding this? And that is what I'm going to give you. So let us start a second part of journey. That can my thoughts affect my mind and my genes, or the genes that I get from my family? Even if you are not a doctor, even if you're not a scientist, you will be able to understand this thing very simply, because I'm going to a very basic and a simple level. So just be with me and enjoy every topic. So your question would be that the genes, Dr. Gupta, I'm getting from my parents. I get X gene from my father, Y gene from my mother. Are those genes my destiny? Can I change my genes? If the genes are my destiny, or my mom and dad are my limit, then it's a major concern. That means if I get good genes, I'll be happy and healthy. If I get bad genes, I'll be unhappy and I'll be unhealthy. But this is not so. So let us understand that if we all are pre-programmed, if we are all pre-programmed with a set gene map, if we are pre-programmed, that means our potential is set at birth. And if our potential is set at birth, then again, that is a matter of great concern that should not be there. The second question that comes is, if somebody in our family is having full of heart disease, he's having cancer, then do I am destined to get the disease? Or do I have a power to switch on the positive genes and switch off the negative genes? Can I do this? Can I switch off all the negative genes? All those unwanted genes that I don't want in my life, I switch off those genes. Is it possible or not? That is what we are going to understand. And this science is called epigenetics. That means we are not changing the genes, but only like a switch, like a fan switch, like a light switch. I have the power to switch on the genes and I have the power to switch off the genes. And let me make you understand through a very, very simple mechanism. The fastest and the most powerful way to switch on and off the genes is what is called the epigenetic factor, and meditation and the thoughts is the most powerful tool. Look at this. This is your chromosome, which we all have seen, your chromosome. And here is the pink colored gene waiting to manifest. Now, if there is a good gene and I have a good thought, then this opens up my chromosome. And look at this, the pink gene is now expressing. And the moment it is expressing, I start manifesting health in my life. This is so simple and so clear in my life. But what happens next? What happens next? If I am ill, if I have a negative gene and I have negative thoughts, then it also starts expressing those negative genes. Let me show you some scientific evidence for this. Look at this. Dr. D. Normish, he took 30 patients of prostate cancer. And what he did was, those patients who were not ready to get operated, he started giving them lifestyle modification, stress management, healthy diet, good exercises and supplement. After 1 month to 3 months, what he saw was the cancer causing gene downregulated. Can you believe it? Only by lifestyle management, the cancer causing gene downregulated. And the protein building gene, that means the healthy gene, started expressing more. Not only this, after 3 months of the therapy, what he saw was expression of 500 genes changed only by lifestyle. And all the cancer causing genes were down-regulated. This was a miracle, my dear. Can you believe it? Only by lifestyle, diet and stress management, all the cancer causing genes were down-regulated, their expression was decreased, and all the healthy genes were started to be upregulated. This was the first evidence that clearly showed that your thoughts have the power to control your genes. Not only this, we did experiments in our own hospital. And what were those studies? They were miraculous and wonderful studies. Just pay attention to these beautiful studies. What we did was look like this. This is a chromosome, and look at this. Like a shoelace, chromosome is like a shoelace. At the end of a chromosome, just like a shoelace has a cap, this chromosome has a cap which is called telomere. And as we age, as our age increases, this telomere decreases in length. Iska length छोटा हो जाता है, and hence the disease increases because it is unable to control those gene expression. So as we are aging, that is why the disease process keeps on increasing with our age. All the disease start manifesting with our age. But as we are healthy, in our healthy state, in our young age, this telomere length is very good, and hence we are less diseased. So what we did, look at this. As we are aging, the telomere length is continuously decreasing, and this is a normal course of the things. What we did in our setup, I operate 100 patients, and out of those 100 patients, what I observed was almost 33%, 25 to 33% of the cases were of heart attacks were coming between only 18 to 30 years. Only 18 to 30 years. This was never happened. They had no risk factor, non-smoker, no diabetes, no family history, nothing. But still they were having heart attack. I was wondering what is causing heart attack. We also started measuring their psychosocial stress, the home stress, the general stress, and the work stress in different parameters. And then we also did their gene analysis, measured their telomere length. What were the findings? Look at this. When we analyzed all the young patients of heart attack between 18 to 30 years, 33 years, when we manifested, what we saw was their body age was 18 to 33 years, bodily age, but their genetic age, their biologic age was equivalent to a person of 60 to 65 years. Their telomere length was completely destroyed. Look at this lal, this red rung of bar. It was completely destroyed. Their telomere length was equal to almost a 60 to 70-year-old gentleman. This was surprising. Why their telomere length was so fast decreasing? When we started analyzing, we saw that all these children, 18 to 33 years, had highest level of psychosocial stress. Highest level of psychosocial stress. And when we further analyzed, we saw that all those people who have no purpose in life, who have no love in our life, no good relations, who have faced domestic violence, who have poor nutrition, their telomerase length is significantly decreased because of telomerase enzyme. But all those people who practice happiness and gratitude, all those who have love in their life, positive outlook in their life, they have good nutrition, their telomere length is significantly enzyme. This is the This is the enzyme that controls telomere length. This is the enzyme that controls very, very powerfully our telomere length. And that is what I want to explain you, that we have the power to control our genes. Not only these, the change, the manifestation of genes by meditation can happen as early as within 1 month. The depression, the stress, the vitality, they can get better only by our thoughts, by our mind power. More than 390 gene expressions can change by meditation as early as 1 week to 1 month. And once we regularly meditate, we have more and more powerful effect. Look at this another interesting study from Harvard. He is the principal investigator who did this particular study. And in this study, what he did was he followed up, this is called the Grant and the Glueck study, and 75 years he followed up individuals from Harvard, year and year after, generations and generation after, and he found that after their old age, there was only one secret to leading a fulfilling life. Only and only one secret to leading a fulfilling life. And what was that one secret? That one secret was good relations with your own self. They not only and with our family, not only protect our bodies, they also protect our brains. He's Dr. Robert Waldinger, the person, the guy who's sitting here with his wife. So what is manifesting, what is experiencing, what is empowering our genes is nothing outside. It is the science, the process, the change, the thoughts that are working continuously inside of our life. So my very powerful message to you, my dear friends, is happiness is not a journey. It's not a destination. It's along the journey. Create happiness in everything that you do. If you are living a life full of gratitude, of joy, of happiness, of peace, of love for everyone, you are going to empower your genes. Look at this telomere length. It's going to be really healthy. And that is why all those people that I'm going to show you in near future, next slide, those who are living more than 100 years, what is so powerful? Their telomere length is long by the gratitude, by the love, by the joy that they experience in their life, that they feel in their life, that they have the power in their life. This is what is going to manifest in their life. So the older paradigm was that we all have a fixed DNA makeup. But my dear friends, today, the newer science very clearly says that your DNA is not your destiny. How the choices that you are making, how the choices of thoughts that you are generating inside you is going to completely transform your genes. If you say, I don't want to get ill, you have the power to decide whether you really want to get ill or you want to remain healthy in your life. So our thoughts are making and affecting our genes very powerfully. The second process that you would ask, okay, they are affecting our genes, but what about my body? Can my thoughts affect my body? The answer is big yes. We all have our power. The power of thoughts starts reprogramming our brain. It starts analyzing and rewiring our brain. And I'm going to show you a beautiful study. Look at this interesting study. For all those people who believe that they get ill, who are not well, this is the study that you must look at. This is called counterclockwise aging study, what is conducted by Dr. Alan Langer. And what she did was, she took two groups of people. Look at me. She took two groups of almost 80 to 90 years people in 1976, and she took them for a picnic on a resort. She divided them into two groups. Group one was asked to go back 20 years as if they were in 1959, and understand and feel what was their health at that particular time. What was the state of their health at that particular time? Were they really healthy? And they were asked to live and experience those feelings at that particular time. The second group was asked to just think about that particular thing. So first group was living that life. They were asked to go on trekking, to dance, to celebrate, to have joy. And the second group was just thinking about them, but not doing nothing more than. What were the changes? 1 week only. Only 1 week of experience going back and acting as a young individual. Look at this. Pretending as a young individual, only thinking and acting, it made their memory better. It decreased the arthritic pain. Their blood pressure values normalized. Their eyesight started improving as early as 1 week. Their biochemical profile, diabetes started improving. Hypertension started decreasing. And on the other hand, there were no changes in the other group. How? Why this is happening? They are doing nothing. They are just thinking and experiencing. And that is when Dr. Alan Langer concluded that once we start experiencing by our mind can reverse our aging. If you start seeing yourself as a very healthy individual, you start creating miracles in your life. So you are only as old as you feel. Only as old as you feel. If you start creating that joy, start experiencing that power, age is only a number, my dear friend. It's your mind that is creating your body, that is determining the health of it. That is why someone has very beautifully said that growing old is mandatory, but growing up is optional. By the power of mind, by the power of meditation, we grow up and mature beautifully in our thoughts. Another beautiful study, you must look at this, how beautifully our mind is being programmed, conducted by a Harvard neuroscientist, Dr. Alvaro Pascal Leon, a phenomenal study. And what he did, look at me, I'm going to explain you this study. He took two groups of people, two groups of children. The first group, he made those children actually play piano. He taught them to play piano. And to the second group, he made them imagine as if they are playing a piano. So first group was playing a piano, and the second group in the second room were just shown a picture of piano, and they were imagining as if they are playing a piano for 2 to 3 weeks. After this exercise, he started imaging their brain. He started taking pictures of their brain to see what were the changes that were happening in the brain of both the people. One who was actually playing and second who was just imagining. What were the results? Look at this. The mental practice, the region of the brain that controls piano playing fingers, it changed and it expanded similarly in both the groups. It changed and expanded similarly in both the groups. This is the power. This is the magic that we have to create in our life. Magical. That means mental practice is resulting in similar reorganization of brain. Even those who are not playing piano but just imagining, their brain structure change. And what does it show? That doing a task is not important, but just thinking, creating that image in our mind is what is very, very powerful and what can completely change our life. That is why it is so powerfully and beautifully said that we all can rewire our brain. Our brains can be rewired. It is what is called the science and the power of neuroplasticity. We have the power to create and revive our brain according to our own wish. If we keep on creating new habits, if we keep on creating new thoughts which are healthy, which are powerful, which are positive, which are very, very, enthusiastic, what happens? The repetitiveness and directive attention will make the old pathways weak and will make the newer pathways very strengthened and very, very powerful. This is what is called evolution. Dot is called neuroplasticity. Only 21 days to completely hardwire, and as short as only 1 minute to form a new synaptic connection. So remember, next time when you say, I'm an angry person, I'm an unhealthy person, I don't feel well, you are hardwiring that concept, that connection in your brain, and it's going to harm you. But next time when you say, I'm powerful, I'm happy, I'm healthy, nothing is going to happen to me, you are hardwiring your brain for health and happiness in your life. Habits are well-traveled pathways. Habits is nothing more than that. It is the pathways that you are repetitively using, what you call it as habits in your life. So, the second message that I want to give you, my dear friends, is whatever you want to create outside of your life must be created in your life. It must be created, because whatever is happening in your life is always happening twice. It is never happening once. You first manifest it in your mind and then you manifest it outside. This is what is the beauty of your life. So start your day with positive affirmation. I'm going to be powerful. I have the power. I'm a positive person. Not that, oh, I'm a weak person. I don't have the power. No. The art of meditation, the science of meditation starts with giving yourself positive and powerful sankalpa. Giving yourself very peaceful and powerful thoughts. Optimism is synonymous with power, and pessimism is synonymous with weakness. So, this is the power that you have. Your third question that you would be having, that can my thoughts, okay, they are influencing my body, but then can they affect my health and help me in healing in my illness? Is it possible that I heal better when I'm ill? Is it possible that my thoughts can help me in curing my illness? Yes, the answer is big yes. Look at this beautiful study that I'm going to explain you. Look at me. You are going to understand this study very beautifully. This was published in one of the topmost journals of the world, which is called New England Journal of Medicine. And the guy who conducted was a world famous orthopedician who is called Dr. J.B. Mosley. What he did was, look at me, I'm going to explain it to you. He took two groups of people of osteoarthritis having knee pain. To the first group of people, he actually taught them, to the first group of people who were having knee pain and needed surgery, he took them to the operating theater. He anesthetized them. He opened their knee. He operated their knee. He closed their knee. They were sent to the recovery room and they were absolutely perfect and fine. And the whole thing was recorded and telecasted outside. To the second group of people who were having arthritis, what he did, look at me, what he did was, he took them to the operation room. He opened their knee after anesthetizing them. He, without touching their knee, he just acted as if he was operating on them. But he did not operate. He took the same time. He just observed their knee, closed the knee, and took the patients outside to the recovery room. But the patients were told that the operation has been done. So, at the end, two groups were there. Both the groups thought that their operation has been done. But actually, one group did not undergo operation and the other group actually underwent operation. And then he started observing them for their improvement in knee pain. What were the results? The results were that both the groups experienced similar improvement in pain. How is it possible? One group which was operated, it was logical. But the second group which was actually not operated, only their mind accepted that I am fine. Their mind started showing signals to the body that you are perfect and you are fine. And they started feeling better in their actual life. This is the power of your thoughts, what is called, my dear friends, as placebo effect. Your thoughts have the power to create magic. Optimism, empathy, and suggestibility can make you feel healthy. Whereas the opposite of it is what is called as nocebo effect. Oh, I'm not going to be fine. The people which is called the idiot syndrome, internet derived information obstructing treatment. When we are doing this particular thing repetitively, what happens is we are saying, oh, I don't think this is going, this, I'm going to have these side effects. I'm not going to be well. Pessimism, anxiety, and catastrophizing. That worst is going to happen for me is what is called as the nocebo. And this is really, really disastrous. So we have the power, even in the disease process. If you start believing that you can heal yourself, you have the power to heal yourself. Your fourth question that would be coming, Dr. Gupta, can we heal ourselves in these serious diseases also? Does our mind has the power to cure ourselves even in these serious diseases? Is it possible or not possible? Let me explain you through this beautiful journey that I'm going to take you to. Look at this. This guy is Mr. Stomatis Baratis. He was a US war veteran. When he retired, he was diagnosed with terminal lung cancer. Terminal lung cancer. He was given only 3 months to live. He thought, oh my God, my burial in America would be causing $200. Let me go back to my town in Ikaria, in Greece. Their burial would be causing only $20. I would be able to meet my family also. So he went back to his town. And now in this particular town, Ikaria, he started doing plantation. He started meditating. He started enjoying his life. He started living a natural life. He started exercising every day. He started planting vineyards also. A month passed, 2 months passed, 3 months passed, a year passed, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years passed. After 10 years, he was wondering, my God, it was a biopsy-proven lung cancer. I was supposed to die. Why am I not dying? I must go and ask my doctors why this is happening. 10 years later, he went to the same doctors just to find that all those doctors who diagnosed him with cancer were already dead by that particular time. They were already dead by that particular time. And he came back to his own town, Ikaria, and he lived for 102 years. And this man is called the man who forgot to die. The man who almost forgot to die. And the place where he lived is called the island where people forgot to die. The island where people forgot to die. This place is called Ikaria. Look at these actual pictures from this place. All 90 plus people having large beards, connecting and playing natural games, meditating, having faith, a good natural vegetarian diet, feeling better. And what are the common lifestyle features of such places? They have a good and a healthy lifestyle. They sleep well. They have a natural connect. They have a plant and a vegetarian based diet. And they have positive and a meditative lifestyle. This is the power. These zones are called blue zones in Earth. Loma Linda in California, Nicoya, Costa Rica, Sardinia in Italy, Ikaria I just talked about in Greece, and Okinawa in Japan. All those people living 80 to 90 plus years. You have the power by your thoughts that we can create miracles in our life, my dear. My own life example. 20th March 2003, I came back from my operating theater, cath lab, and suddenly I started throwing seizures. I collapsed. I was rushed to the hospital. My scans were done. There was a large mass in my brain. Look at this picture of my own brain. MRI scans of my brain. There was a large infected mass in my brain. Resistant to 18 drugs, sensitive only to one. Every day injected with injections, consuming 13 to 14 tablets every day. The life became really, really difficult. I experienced a lot of pain, but I never felt a feeling of sorrow in my life. Every day I wrote a book at that particular time, and ultimately on June 20th, 2005, I underwent a major brain surgery. This whole mass was taken up. I thought now everything is fine. I'm going to be perfect. But 6 months later, look at this. In January 2006, look at this, 3rd January 2006, the older mass was operated, but another mass appeared in my brain. in the cerebellum. I thought, what should I do now? I started meditating every day, focused meditating. Every day, 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning, having a glass of water, charging it, not accepting disease, continuously thinking, I'm perfect, I'm fine, I'm going to be absolutely healthy. Nothing is going to happen to me. My brain is absolutely perfect. I have no disease. Experiencing that power of God and that healing vibrations that are healing me continuously. I was having the same treatment. And after 1 year, my dear friends, look at this. April 2007, when my scans were done, the mass completely disappeared from my brain. It disappeared. Who is creating this magic? Who is creating this magic? We have the power to create this. If we synchronize our thoughts, if our thoughts are continuously telling, like this Philharmonic Orchestra, the person in the center controlling, a centralized command goes and says, heal yourself. You are the power. You have the power and the Shakti to modify and to energize yourself. You start creating magic in your life. Each cell in your body is an individual entity. But when a central command goes, your individual cells lose their intelligence and they start behaving as a coherent, integrated system, and healing starts happening in your own cell. This is what is called Kai, working as a community. 70 trillion volts of energy is what you can generate when you are meditating. So, my dear friend, even in these serious illnesses, we have the power to heal our own selves. We have the power. Nothing outside. If you start believing that you are well, that's the day your healing starts. Your belief is to be very, very powerful. One thought at a time. What we think, we start manifesting, we start becoming in our life. The fifth thing that you would be asking, Dr. Gupta, can my thoughts affect my relations? Yes, why not? We all know that our vibrations, we are not just interacting with words, my dear friends. It's about vibrations that we are creating for each other. The environment that we create in our home, the environment that we create in our workplace is a total manifestation of the energy that I'm creating. Look at this scientific experiment. The mind-to-mind link, the person sitting in Mumbai and the person in Paris, look at this, science took 1,000 years to prove this. The person here is generating a thought which is called hello, and the other person is able to experience the same thought of hello, manifest that thought sitting in Paris. But we all know by the power of telepathic communication that yes, we can communicate with our own thoughts. We have the power to communicate with our own thoughts, nothing outside. If we create positive energy for each other, if we are creating a good and powerful vibrations for each other, the whole environment changes. Today, language is designed to hide feeling. If we are able to communicate with each other with our feelings, our communications will never ever go wrong, my dear. Only small things in our life, misunderstandings, not accepting each other, not understanding their emotions is what is destroying our life, is what is completely manifesting as a disease in our life. My dear friends, if we really want to experience this power, if we really want to have that particular power, my question to you is, what is it that you would like to store in your mind? Only one thing you can choose. Either you can choose anger or you can choose love. Either you can choose jealousy or compassion for each other. Either you can choose expectations or you can accept each one of us. Either you can choose to complain or you can choose to appreciate each other. The choice is totally yours. My dear friends, only one day, practice this. Choose love. Choose compassion. Choose to accept each other. Choose to appreciate each other. We increase value of each other. When we give value to others, we appreciate others, we are increasing their value, the vibrations increase, the power increase, the relationships become much more beautiful and more powerful. This is what we have. This is the power that we have. Let us choose to nurture love in our life, my dear friends. Our thoughts have the power to manifest in our life. Make out time for relations. Take out time for your family and friends to enjoy. Can our thoughts modify our water also? Yes. Today's scientific experiments show that our vibrations, look at this, the studies by Dr. Masaru Emoto, our vibrations are influencing the patterns of water. When negative vibrations, evil vibrations are emitted, the structure of water is very ugly. But when powerful vibrations of love, of peace, of acceptance and harmony are giving, look at this, how beautifully the structure of water changes into a diamond. Your thoughts, only your thoughts creating magic. That is why today's practice, we talk about something that is called nutritional psychology. Dr. Emoto said, by holding with intention of peace towards water, by thinking and speaking and acting with intention of peace towards water, water will and water can bring peace to our bodies and mind. Same with food, same place, same bottles, but three different emotions. And look at this. Love maintains our food. Hate destroys our food. The power of our thoughts is changing our food. And that is why, my dear friends, in Brahma Kumaris, we very beautifully say that don't eat food every day, eat prasad in your life. This is what I call it as nutritional psychology. You have the power every day when we are drinking water, when we are eating food, energize your food with four powerful emotions. The first one is God's love. Second is God's purity and positivity. The third one is peaceful vibrations of God. And the fourth one is gratitude towards God, the power of thanking God in your life. If we are able to manifest this, your food will no longer will be healing your body, but it is going to transform your body. Every day when it's been 47 years, whenever we consume food, right from morning till evening, we always offer bhog to God. We always offer our food and water to God. It is magical. Do this only for one day. Do this only for one day, not for your life. And you will see how happiness index in your life significantly increases. It starts manifesting. It starts changing your life. It starts completely changing your own structure, my dear friends. Look at this. Can your thoughts affect your nature? Can our mind affect your nature? Look at these three simple, innocent pots. Same flowers, same location, same sunlight, but three different emotions. Ignore, the flower rots. I hate you, the flower gets destroyed. But when we love our flower, I love my nature every day. Look at this. They start blooming with joy. My dear friends, our relations, our life is no different. You ignore, you hate, they will get destroyed. But you love, they will bloom. They will completely bloom in it. Nature is our own sin. Love your nature. Love water, earth, fire, sky. They are all our own. They are like our mother. They are nurturing us. Give them love. Offer them love. Your mind has the power to heal the nature. Can our thoughts affect the environment? Oh, Dr. Gupta, only 100 of us today on this webinar. Can 100 of us completely transform this environment? Is it possible or not possible? Let me see and share a beautiful experiment. 1993, Washington, D.C. When the crime was increasing, rapes, homicides, and assaults were increasing, 4,000 meditation practitioners in a city of 40 million people were asked to meditate only for half an hour for 6 weeks. Look at this. 4,000 people, 40 million people in the city, but only 4,000 meditators, 6 weeks, only 30 minutes every day. It worked to create a powerful influence on a larger level of consciousness. They found there was 23.3% decrease in homicides, rapes, crimes, and assaults. And they concluded that if we have permanently 4,000 meditators meditating every day, the crime in Washington would go down by almost 48%. Magical. 4,000 people can change the mind and the environment of the city and decrease crime by 50%. Whose power is this? It is your power. If you single person decide to change and energize your thoughts, you are going to create miracles. You're going to completely transform your life. You're going to completely design your life into a whole new world. And that is what I want to tell you, that you all have the power to unlock the mysteries and the power of your mind. You can create your own destiny. You have the power. Your DNA is compelling you to seek that higher power, the God. You are a soul. The supreme soul is there to energize and give you that energy. You have the power to unravel. 1,440 minutes is what you are gifted every day. 1,440 minutes every day. And if you take out only 40 minutes every day, your life is going to evolve. This is what I call it as creating your conscious future, designing your conscious future. For this, meditation is one of the most powerful ways to rewrite nature's blueprint. To rewrite nature, it's all about reconnecting better. It's all about reconnecting more and more beautifully. It's all about creating miracles. It's about aligning your thoughts more beautifully with your own self, with your own body. And when we are able to do this, we start creating our life into a magical. The innate qualities of our soul are peace. We are innately peaceful. We are loving. We are blissful. We are happy. We are naturally powerful, knowledgeable, and pure souls. All these are the innate attributes of our soul, which we get as a gift from God. My dear friend, your inner kingdom comprises of you, the soul, the king, the master creator, and then comes your ministers. And the mind is a minister. Mind is not you, my dear. It is your mind, intellect, and sanskaras that are working to determining and control the subjects who are creating your life. Your hands work according to your mind, and your mind is working according to your own wish. Master yourself and master your inner and outer kingdom, my dear friends. 20 minutes of meditation. Look at this. A normal person, how imbalanced the brain wave pattern is. Prone to anxiety, prone to depression, prone to weakened mental health. 15 minutes of meditation. Look at the harmony that is created. Look at the joy that is created. 25 minutes, a completely integrated, highly performing, optimized mental and emotional healthy system. Who is creating magic? Your mind, your power is creating magic. 25 minutes of meditation to completely reorganize and resynchronize your brain. Completely change your brain. Today, when you are in habit of working with logic, being analytical, being accurate, being decisive, being reasonable, being strategic, being scientific, my dear friend, what your right brain tells you is to be emotional, be peaceful, be passionate, be loving. And when we are working in harmony with both the brains, we start creating harmony in our life. So, what are we going to do? Let me take you on a very beautiful, revealing journey, on a very nice journey. And let us go and create and experience these powerful and peaceful thoughts. So let us sit back for a few minutes. And as you sit back, relaxed, just see yourself as a peaceful, loving, powerful, and pure point of light. The energy that you are residing in the forehead, in the body, but separate from the body. More powerful, the powerful instrument, the driver, experience God's love, God's peaceful vibrations, God's knowledge, God's purity, empowering your every single thought. Look at your thoughts. Every thought is peaceful, very calm, very loving. I choose to be loving and peaceful. I am love and peace in my original nature. Experience this. I now choose to radiate these peaceful vibrations to my body, every organ and cell, to my relations, to the nature. I choose to consciously heal myself and heal the energy outside, my relations and my nature. Let me stay in this state. Let me stay in this state peacefully and powerful. Experience the bliss, the Anandam state. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So, in the end, one of the group of people went towards saints and he said, ask them that when should we remember God? When should we transform our life? We don't have time. He said, you are absolutely right. You should transform yourself only one day before you die. They were very happy. They said, very perfect. You will remember God only one day before we die. But one of them said, he was a wise person. He said, but we don't know when we are going to die. The saint clearly said that you should transform today because we don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. So my message to you is that if we want to bring a change, the time is now. We have to transform our lives today. I also invite you for a beautiful Raj Yoga meditation course to modify, to change, and to design your own life. Thank you and Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Hope you all enjoyed a lot and enlightened by today's session. A very wonderful and amazing session. I personally feel it's a very inclusive, starting from where to break the cycle to bring transformation, how to unlock our mind by giving logical evidences, explaining epigenetic mechanisms, giving powerful message that happiness is a journey but not destination. Thoughts affecting genes or body, placebo effect, the power to choose, nutritional psychology, mind power, and how to unlock hidden powers through internal journey by connecting to Supreme Soul. I express my deep sense of gratitude to our lovely and sweet brother, Dr. Mohit Gupta ji, for sharing logical inputs on the impact of thoughts on genes. I also today extend my special thanks to Ambika Didi ji for organizing such a unique and wonderful session today. Lastly but not least, I thank everyone for your active participation and making this online virtual session successful. Thanks a lot. Thanks to one and all. Om Shanti.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Om Shanti.